A movie review for you, the 2019 movie Ad Astra. It's directed by James Gray, and the cast, an impressive one it is. Brad Pitt plays Roy McBride. He's the chief astronaut in this space epic. Tony Lee Jones plays his father, Clifford McBride. Ruth Negga plays Helen Lantos, and Donald Sutherland is Thomas Pruitt, and there are a few other sundry supporting cast. But basically the movie is a vehicle for Brad Pitt to show us what a competent actor he is. Ad Astra actually is Latin for to the stars, and this movie is about a near future depiction of space travel. Humanity has been reaching out beyond Earth to deal with the ever imposing problem of global warming. Communities now exist on the moon, and there are commercial flights available to and from Earth, including on the moon a Subway fast food joint. There are also bases on Mars, and the movie deals with the exploration of farther solar systems, and with particular mention to Neptune, a doomed mission called the Lima Project, led by legendary astronaut Clifford McBride, that's Roy's father, has somehow become a subject of concern to the military. Tommy Lee Jones left there for Neptune about 30 years before, and communications were lost along with the spacecraft, and now having assumed that everybody was dead and destroyed, now it becomes known that in fact the astronaut Clifford McBride may well be alive, and is causing the outages of huge impacts of power to the Earth and to the near occupied places in the moon, and it's therefore putting at risk the population. So we actually witness early on, although the movie doesn't actually have too many typical space exploration scenes of excitement, but we do witness an early event where Roy McBride is working on a space station that's actually described in very vivid terms, and he is working on this space station doing some maintenance when there is one of these outages, and he is thrown clear of the space station and miraculously manages to escape and survive, coming through the Earth's atmosphere and parachuting down. The special effects are quite amazing, and of course this is one of the aspects to movies about space that attract audiences. The cinematography on this movie by Hoyt van Hoytema is a particularly significant, because he also worked on the movie Interstellar, which came out a few years earlier. However, that incident and a further one when the spaceship that's heading towards Neptune is asked to look into a mayday from another vessel, and a number of the astronauts board, including Roy, and there is an incident aboard that is indicative of how some excitement is generated in movies of this ilk. But that aside, the movie is more about humanity. and particularly the emphasis of the relationship between Roy and his father, a father who he had believed to have been lost and had died, and now has sort of come alive again in the context of being deemed to be a danger to the authorities. But Roy, of course, has memories of him as being a hero and a pioneer in terms of space travel and exploring worlds beyond. We hear some sort of similarity to language that first became evident on Star Trek, to explore worlds beyond. And there is also a nod, I felt, to the immaculate 2001 Space Odyssey, when we have periods of reflection as Roy narrates, as he spends increasingly more time on his own and has to deal with challenges both physically and emotionally, particularly in the latter part of the movie, where he, with the help of Ruth Negga's character, Helen Lantos, manages to get aboard the craft that's heading to Neptune with the task of destroying all aspects of the Lima project and to assassinate the father, Clifford. So all in all, I found it a movie that I grew into, and particularly the character of Brad Pitt. His performance is extraordinary here, in that he has been well trained, been well disciplined to carry out orders and procedures, but slowly he starts to break the rules because of the emotional impact of having to seek out his father, who's deemed a traitor, and how that impacts on his emotions. So basically, I won't spoil you with the latter part of the movie when he arrives. Just to say that some of the scenes where he reunites with his father indicate tenderness and an emotional bond that is quite touching in this movie about technology and space travel. So anyway, I would suggest you get a look on this one. It's called Ad Astra. It's released last year, and it's a pretty good movie, and the performance of Brad Pitt, I think, goes beyond the one that he won a nomination for in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But then that's the way it goes, I guess.